Welcome to a Journal of the Scots Star Wars review, and this is none other than the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, which many of you may know that I'm not a huge, ship fan. I mean, I like them. I just don't have the display space for these. But Black Friday made me, forced me, Lego. You got me right where you want me. To get this set. The other reason was mainly because of this lady right here, this nice Camino figure, first ever in Lego form, the Taun minifigure, which has been going from anywhere I've seen $10 to almost $20 on either eBay, Mercari, what have you, the aftermarket. So. And the crazy part is this is only a $30 ship, and I've pretty much passed on all of the other Starfighters, mainly because it's always Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin. I already have those minifigures. I can only take so many more Obi-Wan Kenobis, even though I do like this version. You do get a unique droid, which I've seen him going as high as almost $10 too. I don't know how people put it up for that. But even if you were long term to get, $10 and $6 and then like $4 for him, really the entire $30 price point, because these are such unique figures, is worth it for this set. And so Black Friday, this is currently in Target. I don't know if it still is now that, upon release of this video, but I'm sure, post holidays, you'll be able to get the same deal on Amazon, Walmart, and others. There's no way that this set doesn't go on sale again. I'm sure it's selling well, but at the same time, I'm sure that Lego has produced a ton of these because, $30 is a nice price point for them to probably be pretty profitable, I have to imagine, especially with only two real minifigures, and then, droids are kind of halfies. But this was released in the August wave. This is a kind of a prequel throwback. So, welcome, Master Kenobi. And looking at this is three unique figures. So, to get three unique is really nice. They didn't throw any garbage our way and then increase it to $40. Here's Taun. Okay, so fun fact about Taun is that she was not even included in Lego's Star Wars in the catalog for sets. They just advertised it as Obi-Wan's Starfighter and just left her completely out of it. So they did say there was three minifigures, but the showstopper figure is Taun right here, and she is glorious. Great printing all the way throughout. I think Lego's outdone themselves. Really good printing on the back. They didn't make it plain and boring. And just ultimately, this is a great figure. There were rumors that they were going to do a mini doll, which would have been good as well. But ultimately, I think this was where Lego landed. I really hope they make other Caminos. I think it will command. They could put it in $30 sets, $40 sets, as long as they don't put it in expensive sets. I think they'll get a lot. It'll attract a lot of attention. I mean, essentially, when you put this set on sale, it's going to fly off shelves, especially from the resellers. Here's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is fairly unique. Just like you can get that. He has the piloting. There's really basic. It's kind of like he's wearing a robe when he's got this on. Alternatively, they did give you his hairpiece, which I can go ahead and switch on and off just like that. He's a young, spry. This is almost like the beginning of the Kenobi show too, so you can kind of get away with this. There's a lot of Kenobi going on. In the last year, they've made a lot of Kenobi. And then this is the R4 droid. R4, get us started. So this is right before the battle with Jango Fett. So it's really cool. And, I don't know when this will actually retire. I don't think this will be out forever. I would, if you really want to get it, I would make sure this may be one you can wait till May the 4th promo. I would say after May the 4th, I could see Lego dropping this, like 30% off or doing a 20% off sale just to kind of clear this out. And then I could see them discontinuing this sometime in next year. I'm assuming because there's just so much material with Tales of Jedi, Kenobi show, and then you have the recent closure of Andor, and I think Andor is going to be a cult classic. I think there'll be a couple more sets that'll come out of that series. I think Kenobi still may see some sets, and then again, there's just a lot more material for them to do. So I would try to get your hands on this. 20% off is pretty good. $23.99 is what I got it for, and I think that's fair when you talk. Again, I just look at just basic value. $5 a figure, 23, so it leaves $8. And let's go over the ship. It's pretty nice. And look at you get some spares. You get some nice little spares. All one buys pretty much. Plus the hood, hair combo. So moving these out of the way here. And I didn't put the stickers on, so we'll showcase the stickers, but this is a really playable, solid build, so kids can have fun with it. It looks good, the shaping and kind of the design work. I don't have the Republic tank yet. I imagine the Republic tank is probably fairly similar to this and how they kind of did some of the shaping. You get these stud shooters right up here. I do like some of the pieces are really good to get. Ultimately, this is great for shipbuilding. Thought this was kind of a nice little radar dish. You can put the droid right here, and then this there's also a cockpit here. You can put the droid in there. This is also supposed to be stickered. Again, I didn't sticker up, but there's the cockpit just like that. And this goes down just like that. Kenobi can go in there. But this is pretty unique design, how they kind of curved it together into a fin. Curved it together into one kind of thin fin. It looks really good from a distance. It's also really sturdy to kind of hold on to from a lot of different angles. And then there's a spot for the lightsaber hilts. I thought the engine block was also a really nice feature here. The thrusters, this is really good. And these are good parts. I'm planning on breaking this down, which is why I didn't sticker it. They did a good job with the landing gear. And then even right here, so back landing gear, front landing gear. It's definitely nicer than the X-Wing that came out earlier this year. And that was a more expensive set. So not much to look at from the bottom, but from the top at an angle, this is a pretty solid overall ship. There we go. And let's bring these guys back. Kind of just like that. Here's the sticker sheet. There's quite a few for a small set. Definitely a decent amount of stickers. Again, anytime you're kind of doing a ship, should kind of expect that a little bit because it's really hard to print on some of these pieces. It definitely drives up the cost, and you're never going to, Lego's never going to use that part again in another set, so that makes it more difficult. This way they can still make these parts, and then just the sticker guy does his thing, and there you go. So here's the instruction booklet. It used kind of the cheaper, more recyclable paper, which is interesting. There wasn't. Let's see if I think there was some advertisement towards the back. Yep, there they go. There's the wave. If you take away the 4+ set, this was a pretty the 4+ set, and then I'm not really a big fan of that droid from the Mandalorian or Book of Boba, whatever set. I'm not really building those. The Justifier was too expensive. I can't justify that one. And then the Kenobi show, I'm right now I'm kind of ditching it, but if there's a big sale at some point, I could see myself getting that set. The Ferric set I definitely want pretty bad, just for the figures, and I do think the ship is kind of cool. The ATTE, I'm gonna take chances on that one. I'm waiting till May the 4th to grab that so I can kind of get the promo, and then you never know. Maybe the Inquisitor shuttle will show up at my doorstep. So here's how it should end up when it's stickered. So pretty interesting. It was a not a bad little build. There's 3 bags. Start with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Taun, and then the R4 droid to kind of complete it out. So it's kind of create that base, do the wings, and then the top part, finish it off, and that's it for the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Starfighter. And again, I think it's an okay set. It's not like, anything earth-shattering. I think with it on sale for at least 20%, that this is definitely one to consider. I would consider this 20-30% off. I would do this all day long. Worst case, you could sell all, parts. You could sell Taun and the different figures and get your money back, no problem. So it's not one you should just completely avoid, especially if you're a big fan of any of the prequels. It's definitely a must-have in your collection. So with that, that's all for this Star Wars Review Camino Edition, and we'll catch you on the next Star Wars Review. Bye for now.